Any guesses out there how many families we had at the end of 2017? How many? Yes, it was 189, so close to 200. So we've grown exponentially, and when we built the sanctuary, the reason we did it is we saw that there was a need. We couldn't continue to grow like we had been prior to building the sanctuary and be able to stay in the hall. And we also realized as soon as we built the sanctuary, we already had too many kids back then in the hall for Sunday school, and it's just gotten worse, right? We've gone from 110 families right around there to 190, and you can imagine all the kids we have. It's skyrocketing. We have children in closets going through Sunday school. We have them in fathers' offices. We have them in the banquet hall, and we try to keep parishioners that go over there for, after church, for our lunches or the snacks, try to keep them out of the hall so the kids can have their Sunday school. And it's just an untenable situation. We need to do something about the Sunday school. Father also mentioned about the parking. We counted on the number of Sundays, almost 50 cars parked, not in designed parking spots, right? Parking up and down the hill. We had parishioners that told Father afterwards, I came to church and I can't walk up the hill, so I turned around and went home. So we need to do something about the Sunday school. We need to do something about parking. We also need to do something about the hall. The kitchen is way too small to service 200 families. The hall is too small for us to hold events. We don't have storage. We needed to do something. So we looked at all the options that had been explored prior to the one we came up with here recently, and none of them met all the needs. All those things that accounted for the untenable situation, none of those options, a lot of them helped, but none of them met all the needs, including what the FDC had come together. So it was Dennis Focas gave us an idea. He said, why not build the hall, the classrooms, above the parking lot, right out there? You preserve the parking underneath. Once you build it, you can remove Mount Tabor Hall, and we could add another 75 to 90 spots there. So by doing that, we're able to solve all three of the untenable situations that we have. So we brought that forward to the Parish General Assembly last April, and they said, yes, go for it, hire an architect, and come up with some designs, architectural designs. So we went to one of our parishioners, very faithful, Jason Garwood. He produces our financial reports every month. He's been on the Parish Council for many years. His father's an architect here in town, and we went to his father, who gave us a great deal and produced some architectural designs. We brought those forward to the October General Assembly, Parish General Assembly, and they said, go ahead and have town hall meetings. And this is what we did when we built the sanctuary. We held town hall meetings because there were families back then, and I was on the Parish Council when we built the sanctuary 15 years ago. There were families that definitely saw a need and wanted to go for it. And on the other end of the spectrum, there were families that were very resistant, and everywhere in between. But they all came to those town hall meetings, and they came to those meetings to understand why we were doing it, was there a need, and did they want to be a part of it. So you now have the same opportunity. If you look at what was handed out, there's a letter here explaining a lot of what I just said, but on the back of it, you see that there are 8 town hall meetings. And we'd ask that you please come. Please come and learn about the project, the expansion project, why the need. And, during the town hall meetings that we had for the sanctuary, folks made recommendations. Some of those recommendations we could include, and they made a lot of sense. Some didn't. And my guess is that'll be the same here, right? there's recommendations and ideas that you're going to have that make a lot of sense, that we'll be able to include and modify these designs. And then there might be others that maybe don't make sense right now, but maybe down the road. Because one of the things we can do is modify this down the road. We did have two people step up in a big way. We had Bill Robertson. Many of you might know Bill. He was the project manager that helped construct and work with the construction company to create the walkway for the consecration. He's the one that put together all the literature to support this expansion project. And then we had a gentleman who's in the financial area, or financial world, John Stefos, who has put together a financial plan that allows us to make this a realistic endeavor. He's already met with the banks and gotten feedback, and you know what? We can do this project. So come to the town hall meetings, share your ideas. Like I said, a lot of them we'll be able to incorporate, some we won't, some we may have to incorporate down the road, right? Because we can always continue to modify this building. But at least come and learn. So that's what I'd ask, that you contact Yana, send her an email, let us know which ones you would be willing to attend. Please note that there's one today at 6 p.m. at the Garwood home, and that's at 1306 Canyon Edge Drive. It's right around here. You'll see others are up north. There's some down south. There's one that we've tried to structure these in different areas of Austin so everyone can be meeting. So again, I'd ask that please attend and come and learn. Thanks.
Thank you, George. Thank you very much. God bless you. And let's give him a round. I got very excited. And I got very excited listening to you because it's nice to hear it. And at the same time, I got excited because I saw like Kiki go, ooh, you're like this. And other people got very excited as well. And Kiki, because she's a finance person herself, she was very excited to hear about John Stefos especially. And the fact that the banks did say this is doable and this is something that we can do. So let's move forward. Let's go forward with our faith. But let's talk to each other. Let's make sure that this is exactly what we need for our community, and we will be working together to make this happen, but it is God inside of each and every one of us who will show us and give us the faith to make it complete. All right. Beth Petropoulos, are you here? Beth Petropoulos? Yes. And you're coming from? Wonderful. God